The Morgenthau Plan was a proposed economic and political strategy for post-World War II Germany. It was named after its chief proponent, United States Secretary of the Treasury Henry Morgenthau Jr. This plan aimed to fundamentally transform Germany by deindustrializing and de-Nazifying the country as a means to prevent future aggression. It was developed in the midst of World War II, with the intention of addressing the root causes of Germany's belligerence, which had twice plunged the world into devastating conflict in the first half of the 20th century. The central tenet of the Morgenthau Plan was the dismantling of Germany's industrial base. This was to be achieved by reducing Germany to an agrarian economy, limiting its ability to rebuild its military capabilities, and preventing the emergence of a powerful industrial complex. The plan envisioned dismantling key industries, converting industrial facilities to agricultural production, and implementing strict controls on German economic activity. The objective was to prevent the resurgence of militarism by eliminating the economic and industrial infrastructure that had supported Germany's war machine. Another critical aspect of the Morgenthau Plan was de-Nazification. The plan sought to purge Germany of Nazi ideology, influence, and leadership. This included the removal of Nazi officials from positions of power, the prosecution of war criminals, and the re-education of the German population to promote democratic values and denounce the fascist ideology that had led to the Holocaust and widespread suffering. However, the Morgenthau Plan was met with resistance and criticism from several quarters. Some argue that the plan was too punitive and would result in mass starvation and economic collapse in Germany, which could potentially fuel resentment and extremism. The plan also faced opposition within the U.S. government and its allies, particularly from military leaders who believed that a stable, economically viable Germany was essential for the post-war reconstruction of Europe. Ultimately, the Morgenthau Plan was never fully implemented. Instead, it evolved into a more moderate approach as the realities of post-war reconstruction became clear. The Marshall Plan, named after U.S. Secretary of State George C. Marshall, emerged as a more practical strategy for rebuilding Europe, including West Germany. Under the Marshall Plan, the United States provided substantial financial aid to help Europe recover economically and politically. In conclusion, the Morgenthau Plan was a radical proposal to transform post-World War II Germany by deindustrializing and de-Nazifying the country. It aimed to prevent future aggression by dismantling Germany's industrial base and purging Nazi influence. However, it faced significant opposition and was ultimately replaced by the Marshall Plan, which focused on economic recovery and stability in Europe. The Morgenthau Plan remains a historical footnote, representing a more punitive approach that gave way to a more pragmatic and cooperative vision for post-war Europe.